Hi people. I've been on for a while. I've been doing a lot of reading, doing a lot of research on AIDS, HIV and AIDS. Supposedly to be a huge epidemic throughout the world. Well, the research I've been doing and the reading I've been doing, I find that here again, it's another huge huge scam, especially HIV, the so-called HIV virus that causes AIDS. What is AIDS? Acquired immune deficiency syndrome. In other words, your immune system is dying. Your T cells or white cells that are supposed to protect us from illnesses and viruses and whatever else is dying. The HIV virus, that's all it is. It's not a disease, it's a virus. Scientific studies have shown that this HIV virus has never been known to cause any kind of illness whatsoever. So where does this idea of this HIV virus causing AIDS come from? It comes from these pricks in America, these supposed learned scientists that were into cancer research years ago, trying to find the cause of cancer. They had this HIV virus sitting there, trying to make it cause cancer in laboratory tests. Couldn't do it. The funding was going to get cut off or had been backed off. They spent billions of dollars on cancer research, never found the cause of it, never found a cure. A lot of people were going to lose their jobs. Along comes AIDS. Right? They think, here's a good thing to get into. So they just changed the HIV virus over to the cause of AIDS. The HIV virus in the laboratory has never been isolated. The guy that announced it in America, or the woman that must have been the head of the health authority in America, who announced to the world that Dr. Gallo, or something like that anyway, had found the cause of AIDS, which was the HIV virus, because he was in the cancer research department. But he never found that virus, or the so-called what causes AIDS, supposedly to be caused AIDS. A Frenchman developed that research, and this guy stole it off this Frenchman. Now, it's all been documented years later. It's come out that this Frenchman developed this this theory, or whatever it is, that HIV causes AIDS. So all the royalties and from this HIV test kit, and the day it was announced that HIV causes AIDS, the very next day the HIV test come out. Guess who holds the patent for it? That's right, this Gallus bloke. All it is a money scam. And like I mentioned, HIV has never been known, has never been recorded anywhere to cause any illness whatsoever. If you look at all the documentaries on YouTube and you read articles about HIV and AIDS, you'll find that your immune system is being destroyed by all the pharmaceutical drugs that are given to you, that you're told to take. Chemotherapy drugs. You look at anybody that has cancer and gets chemotherapy and radiation therapy and all this, they end up sicker than they were originally. You get chemo and you're absolutely rooted for weeks, months, whatever, depending on how much chemo you're getting. What it does, it's supposedly to kill your cancer cells, but it also kills your healthy cells. And that's what these drugs that they give you, this AZT, originally supposed to be one of the most toxic concoctions out. I think it was actually banned in America years ago, but when this HIV virus came along, they started giving it to people, and people were just falling off a cliff left, right and centre. Anybody that doesn't take drugs, pharmaceutical drugs, these drugs that these doctors want to prescribe to you, the so-called to stop you from getting AIDS, you'll end up with fucking AIDS, because the drugs kill your immune system. Your immune system, HIV is, like I said, all it is a virus. It's never been known to cause any illness in anybody. The gay community, back when AIDS was first announced, these 5 guys, young gay guys in America who had this disease, it was all caused through recreational drugs, these fucking poppers they snort and everything else. That shit gives you lung disease, which most of the people got originally, whatever the term for this lung disease is. But you've got to look at their lifestyles. You know, they're taking all these recreational drugs. They're taking pharmaceutical drugs for all the STDs they get through unprotected sex. You know, gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, herpes, warts, you name it. They're taking all these pharmaceutical drugs, all these recreational drugs. What the fuck do you think is going to happen to you and the lifestyle they live? What do you think is going to happen to your immune system? Yeah, it's like going out on the piss for a week. How do you feel? Or going out and have a real hard night on the piss. How do you feel the next day? You feel absolutely rooted. Right? So what do you think these people have been doing? They've been killing them fucking selves through all these recreational drugs. Along comes HIV, the test. You take the drugs that these people are prescribing you, you'll end up fucking dead as well, because they'll kill you. They're all derivatives from this AZT, which is a chemical cocktail, toxic cocktail, that's it's poison. And all the other drugs are a derivative of that. They've all got a certain amount of this shit in it, designed to kill your cells. But what cells are they killing? They're killing your healthy fucking cells. That's why you'll see people that are HIV positive and they're on medication, they're all rooted within 3, 4, 5, 12 months, 18 months. They just start going downhill. The people, and there are a lot of people that won't take medication, are perfectly healthy. Nothing fucking wrong with them. It's a con job. It's a fucking scam. The AIDS epidemic in Africa is known. It's not an epidemic, and it's not fucking AIDS. It's malnutrition. People, you know, look at the conditions that the people live in Africa. All right, just take a look at that. If normal people in the Western world lived in those conditions, you'd be fucking dead in 3 months. All the diseases, no fresh water, no sewage facilities. You know, hardly any food. What do you think's going to happen to you? If you don't eat and you don't have clean water, you fucking die. And that's what's happening to them. But no, they call it a AIDS, tuberculosis, a lung disease. They're calling that AIDS now. Anything they can dream up to keep the fucking thing going, because more and more people are coming out and saying, no, hey, this is wrong. HIV does not cause AIDS. I don't want to go on too long about it. Just have a look for yourself. If you don't, like I've mentioned in heaps of videos that I put up, don't believe everything I say. I don't believe anything I see on the internet. But I just look at one video, look at another video, look at another one, and think, shit, you know, what's going on? AIDS, HIV, AIDS, a load of shit. Sexually transmitted, you cannot catch HIV through sexual intercourse unprotected. Doesn't happen. It's proven. Fact. Sell a lot of condoms. Money. The problem with the majority of people in the world, throughout the world, these people know that we're as gullible as fuck. We'll believe anything. If someone comes on the news and it's the Prime Minister or the President or the head of the health authority or whatever, we believe anything they fucking say. Right? They're trying to kill all of us. That's what they're doing. Anyway, I'm out of here. Have a good one.